I started this studio about 2 years ago, and the space I had in my basement, which was a very lovely basement, was very, very small. My work got smaller and smaller and smaller, and I was making perfume bottles, and I didn't even have the room to dry experiments because I had to keep what I knew would sell on the shelving that I had. And this space has been incredible. I've been able to make these pod forms, which is very new for me, but I've also been able to work larger and take many more risks, and that's been really great. Plus, I get to have all of my inspirations out and with me, and that's been very new for me to have as well. I think that what I'm doing now is a culmination of years and years of loving all things in nature and having things that are repetitive in nature. And even when I was a little kid, I used to collect shells on the beach like everybody else, but I was only collecting the broken ones. I didn't understand that they weren't alive and that they weren't sad because they weren't being taken when the whole ones were being taken. I'm actually sort of now coming full circle and being very intrigued with the worn quality of something that is broken. And these forms that I'm working on now, I call them sea pods. People seem to really relate to the sort of worn quality and the shell quality. Some people think they look like coral. I don't want them to be any one thing. It's all a sort of culmination of all my whatever's in my brain, my library. There are flanges here with holes in them, and some of them are broken, and that comes back, I think, from when I was a little kid, the broken shells. But I actually like them when they're broken because they seem more real to me. And then I just soften them. At this stage, I can still use a wet sponge and soften the edges to make it look like the ocean did that. I really wanted to work with porcelain, and porcelain is, there's no what's called grog in it, so it feels like you're working with cream cheese, so it just feels really sexy and fun. So it wasn't a very hard decision.